Hey guys, welcome to day 13 of Learning with Ms. Saavedra. I am Ms. Saavedra. Today we're going to talk about The Giver and how Lewis Lowry uses irony in The Giver, and the different types of irony. Remember that you are given a weekly agenda and you are to check your weekly agenda daily so you can know what it is, the assignments that are being expected for you or expected for the week and for that day. And if you need to catch up, you can also check it. With that, let's move on to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on the irony that Lewis Lowry uses in The Giver. There are three different types of irony. Let's take a look at these different types of irony. Irony, first of all, is a contradiction between what happens and what is expected. There is situational irony, when something happens that directly contradicts the expectations of the characters or the audience being us, the readers. Then we have verbal irony, is something that is contradictory to what is being said. Then we have dramatic irony. The audience is aware of something, but the character or the speaker is not. In this case, it would be Jonas is not. Let's take a closer look at verbal irony. I think this one is the easiest because we use it all the time. So verbal irony is when a character says one thing but means the opposite. It's also called sarcasm or being sarcastic. Examples of this, everyday examples of this. This locker room smells awesome. Knowing that locker room smells awesome. Yay, another homework packet. Those are examples of verbal irony when you say something but mean another thing, right? The next type of irony we're going to look at is situational irony, when what actually happens is the opposite of what's expected. Something about the situation is completely unforeseen. In this case, for The Giver, an example of that situational irony happens during the 12 ceremony, when something unexpected happens to Jonas during that ceremony. After being so excited or unaware or feeling uneasy or apprehensive about what's happening, something happens to him during that ceremony, and that is called a situational irony. The last type of irony we're going to take a closer look at is dramatic irony, when the reader understands more about the events of the story than the character. You know something as the reader that the character doesn't know about. Let's give you some everyday examples. Tim's parents are proud of him getting an A. He got an A on the test, and we know, for example, that it's because he cheated. Another example is a friend, in this case, let's name him Alex, writes a love poem to Judy, but we know that Judy loves Devin. Sorry. So these are everyday examples of a dramatic irony. Why do the authors use it, especially Lewis Lowry in The Giver? It's to create suspense. From chapter to chapter, she's keeping us intrigued with every event because she creates some type of irony. You're going to be charged with today looking at 8 sentences and deciding what type of irony the author used, whether it's verbal, situational, or dramatical. Please make sure that when you write your answers, you write them clear. You type into the document. Make sure that you name your document up at the left-hand side corner where we name the documents. Make sure you put your name, and then also make sure the document has your name as well. And then please make sure you are sharing the documents. You can share them at tsaavedra at mps.k12.nj.us. Here's an example of what that looks like. If you need to pause it to write it down, please do so, because it is important for you to share your work. If you don't share the work, I don't see it. And what I don't see, I can't grade. So please make sure that you are sharing your documents and turning them in so that they can be graded. All right, guys, have a great day. Remember to, if you have any questions about math, to see Ms. Loesch. If you have any questions about science, to see Ms. Rock. If you have any, Ms. Anderson. If you have any questions about social studies, to see Ms. Rock. And if you have any ELA questions, please do not hesitate to write a quick note on Google Classroom or to write me an email. You can also do that, or to put a comment, a private comment. So guys, remember, wash your hands, don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth, and stay safe, stay inside.